Welcome to...
Hello dear pilots and air traffic controllers. I'd like to share my experience as I took an Aviation French test this morning. I had to get up early as it was 5 a.m. and I made for Paris Orly airport as I had to be present at 10 a.m. this morning. It was at the DGAC exam center. DGAC for it's the ANSP for the French, the Direction Générale de l'Aviation Civile. And then it started at 10 a.m. but it was a close call because there were some traffic jams, so you'll have to be on time next time, because believe me, it's not easy to make for this exam center. So next time, get prepared early. You have to show them, an ID card, you're present, so they know they're coming. There were 6 of us, all bilingual pilots, but me, because I'm not a pilot, neither a pilot nor an air traffic controller. They were prepared with some very comprehensive descriptions of the test. We all were very well explained, so that's why I called the organizer the MC, the master of ceremony, as it was really well organized. He told us that it wasn't real life, it was for testing purposes only. That's why we had to listen to some soundtracks twice, and we had to read back everything. So I'm getting back to the whole layout, this test, the FCL .055 in French, and that's the DGAC test, because maybe one of these days some other tests could be coming up, who knows. This test is made up of 3 papers. The first one is listening test, that looks like the same as the one that is given for English test, i.e. 18 questions. The first one plus the first one, that is an ATIS, and counted 2 points. So 2 times, so you'll be listening to the soundtrack. You can jot down for the first time, and that's very useful, because if you can't understand everything, and as you're not given the context, because you're not provided with some maps or Jepson charts, you can't guess the topic, the context. You got to guess everything just by listening. And listening to soundtracks, sometimes you can't understand very well what is happening or why. That's why I'm not sure that a native French speaker could pass every time, because it's not so easy, believe me. Then you can correct what you've just jotted down, so that you can hand it over when you're sure it's correct, and then you got a clean sheet given for your answers. Then the second paper is a simulated flight, and it's not that easy, as you're given a frame with the call sign, type of aircraft, destination, where you come from, you got a frequency, and then you got an image of the aerodrome or a Jepson chart. Then there are 4 sequences. You will have to read back everything. Say again, everything, right? That's why if you aren't prepared for this layout, it could pose some problems. So the third part is quite interesting, and probably I really love the third part. You don't have any picture description. Well, some could regret this, because that's a good tool when it's provided that it's not used in an isolated way. But it's a very good tool when you join a picture description for the rest of the papers. So that's why I'm saying so. This one is really good, because it's a summary of an article taken from a British report or a newspaper. And then you got an accident or an incident. and you've got some situations relating to this accident, and it was quite interesting. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. I could understand that it was a chain of events in which you could have human factors, meteorology and flight mechanics all involved in the same accident. So it was quite interesting, so I could express myself as I love those topics. And then it was the end, as we had to wait for the debrief. Just to let you know something about the listening, you know, I told you pay attention to that. At the moment there was doubt about the question, so we were chatting all together. We all replied, so we all answered the same thing on the paper, and it turned out we all were wrong. So when I tell you that you don't have the context and it could be tough, you know, believe me, it's not so easy. Alright, so if you have any question, let me know. You need some contacts, so there's the email address fclanglais@gmail.com, and phone number. You can call me up on +33 667 157 562. You know, it's miserable because I can't know it by heart. You know, how can you take an exam when you can't read back your own phone call number? So it's +33 667 157 562. Have a nice day. Goodbye.